Imagine being stranded on an alien planet. Scary enough, right? But now imagine it's a world that consists of only water. And if there is land, it's few and far between. So here you are, plunged into the deep blue, looking down below your feet like you should be seeing something. Surely something. But no. It's just a vast, blue expanse. Your thoughts are only broken by the humming of something. Something big. Where or what is unknown to you, but you can hear it. Somewhere. Out there in that wide, bluish-black void. With you. Subnautica came out initially in 2014, but didn't see much popularity until it was early access in 2017 and fully released around then. It pits you against the world. Literally, it's you versus the entire planet, and you have to make do. Your ship, the Aurora, crashed, or perhaps something else much more mysterious happened, but either way, you are here now, stranded in the shallows of an ocean world, sitting in the shadow of your wrecked ship, burning slowly from a damaged core that's leaking radiation into the surrounding sea. Fortunately, you manage to grab an escape pod and land safely on the planet below. You wake up after a bit of an accident, put out a fire, and then you have no other choice but to get out. And when you do, it's quite powerful. Your eyes are first drawn to the wreckage of your ship, and you think, surely I'm not the only survivor, right? But then you turn around, and reality sets in. Your eyes stare widely at the horizon, the never-ending shimmering blue that, if there weren't any clouds, would look like it melts right into the sky. You're alone, and the sensation hits you hard. Even from the moment you dive into the water for the first time and you see the bright colors and coral, the cute fish swimming by, you have no idea where to even start. My first playthrough, I just sort of died of dehydration. I didn't know you could use the bladder fish to make sterilized water, and I had stupidly eaten and drank both pieces of food and both bottles of water right off the bat. So I was swimming and suddenly the character started screaming, muffled by his mask, and died in the depths. I was terrified at first. I panicked and looked all around. I thought there was something big near me, that the game wanted me to know about it. But it was just me, a peeper fish swimming by, and the great, vast expanse. And then I gently faded away. The surface of the water seemed to elude me as I swam up, everything fading to black. And that was it. I had died. In my next playthrough, I had finally ventured out into the grassy plateaus and looked below me, feeling a case of thalassophobia kick in. And then I heard it, the deep grumble of something in the water with me. I froze, sitting in my room. I was shocked and thought back to my childhood. We were at the beach, and I was swimming with goggles on. I was down in the brown, murky water of Cape May, New Jersey, and all of a sudden this brownish-pink blob floated past me, and everyone around me freaked out. It was a jellyfish. It terrified me, and as dramatic as it sounds, it instilled a fear of the ocean in me. Sure, I'll sit in the waves, but get me out where my feet can't touch? I might as well be dead. The idea that anything from a hermit crab to a bull shark, hell, even a whole whale could be 30 feet below me, and I can't tell, terrifies me. And Subnautica embraces that. So there I was, in the vast void, hearing some strange sounds of something way bigger than myself, frozen. And then I saw it, a reefback. Pretty much the gentle giants of Subnautica, unless you get really close. They're one of the game's leviathans, but they are really like whales, majestic, gliding slowly through the emptiness, just like us, with their long tentacles dragging behind them. They're actually quite beautiful sometimes, and it makes me feel calm, like I'm not alone. Like, this planet isn't that alien to me. But then there are other Leviathans. Bigger ones. The point I'm trying to make is that Subnautica is all about the fear of the unknown. It's about looking into the void and hearing the clicks, creaks, and groans of the ocean below you, and diving down. I remember not wanting to go any deeper at one point in case the Reaper Leviathan would see me, which is actually quite close to spawn, I'll add, which isn't that bad of an idea on the game developer's part. The game just sort of dumps you into this world, and if you swim too far a certain way, you're bound to be confronted by the beast. Out of the murky waters, it screeches, grabs you, and takes you away. The game is essentially saying, yep, this is the world, good luck, have fun, and leaves you so paranoid that you're afraid to explore much at all, but you have to. To make the next advancement, to find that silver or those diamonds, you have to conquer the unknown. But that doesn't change the fact that Subnautica will scare the shit out of you. It has no mercy. When you are on the edge of a precipice looking down, the sounds of the deep will emanate from below your feet, and you just know that you aren't alone. But what is it that's with you? That's a whole other question. And it's not horror. Horror is up close and personal, in your face, scaring you. Subnautica embraces sheer terror, the suspense that something is lurking out there, wanting to kill you, and it can happen randomly at any moment. It's absolutely terrifying. It's still hard for me sometimes to play. For example, I went to go get the depth module for my Seamoth, which is essentially a mini-sub, and it was on the Aurora, the crashed ship. And on either end of the ship, if you go deep enough, you'll run into the Reaper Leviathan. And upon exploring in freedom mode once, I came across the screaming beast and was left on the verge of peeing my pants. But knowing that, even if I was safe going near the Aurora, that if I dipped down just a little too low, out of the murky brown, radiation-filled water, a creature of the deep would emerge like Cthulhu from the depths and kill me. The thing is, there aren't very many in-game repercussions for dying. Sure, you'll lose a few items in your inventory, but you'll keep all the important stuff. And for a game to terrify you like that, with hardly any repercussions, is impressive. So Subnautica embraces that fear of the unknown. But it also embraces the thought that you have to conquer what is unknown. Because no matter how terrifying it is to look over that precipice and down into the black murk below, not knowing what lies beneath, but that something is there, it makes you feel alive. And that's hard to come by in video games. I'm Joe, and thanks for watching. Have a good one.